That beat needs no introduction, does it, Nilima? Especially for you, Amir Khan fan. Yes, yes.
Forever a fangirl.
Forever a fangirl. And safe to say that this was the love anthem of the 90s. Hi, this is Bharat. This is Nilima. Welcome to After the Interval, Interval ke baad. So, Nilima, folks have been saying you've done a Shah Rukh Khan movie, you've done a Salman movie. When is it time for an Amir movie? So, folks, you've been asking for an Amir episode from day one. The requests have been consistent, enthusiastic. Today, we deliver our first Amir Khan film, Jo Jeeta Wahi Sikandar from 1992, because the best part of any movie is not the movie itself, it's always the conversation
Conversations
after. Nilma, we need to talk about this movie because it is, I would say, generally underrated because it may not have won a ton of awards, but it is an OG of sorts across so many dimensions. One of the first great coming of age stories in Hindi cinema, a film about class, rivalry, first love, and a bicycle race that somehow made an entire generation beg their parents to get them some bikes with gears.
With gears, yes.
And set in the misty hills of Dehradun, directed by Mansoor Khan. He made this blockbuster QSQT just a few years before, and with a soundtrack that, in my opinion, may be perfect song ever written about falling in love for the first time. And the cast, Nilma,
It's Amir Khan, Aisha Julka, Deepak Tijori, Pooja Bedi, Mamek, Kulbhushan Karbanda, Aditya Lakhia, Asrani, and many more.
our first segment, this is called Samana Kya Kehta Hai, where Nilima and I just paint a quick picture around what was happening in the world and what was happening in the on the entertainment front when this movie was released. Nilma, 1992, I would say, was an year of extraordinary hope, extraordinary tension. Cold War's officially over. Bill Clinton gets elected in America. And for you and I, this was what we just wrapped up our freshman year in college. The liberalization reforms were a year old. You could feel them on the streets, foreign brands, new possibility, and a middle class beginning to believe the future might actually look quite different from the past. And so when in 92, when Jo Jeeta Wahi Sikandar came out, India was still in that hopeful, electric, energetic, a country that felt for the first time in a long time that it was going somewhere. ZTV came out, the first private Hindi satellite channels, cable TV, MTV, music videos were starting to arrive. And a generation of us young Indians were about to discover that the world was much, much bigger than they had ever anticipated. And that's the India that just fell in love with Jo Jeeta Wahi Sikandar.
92 was not the greatest year in Hindi cinema, but the most significant certainly because 92 was the year, the era of Khans officially began. Amir released Jo Jeeta Wahi Sikandar. Shah Rukh had just walked into Hindi cinema with Deewana. Salman had already given us Maine Pyar Kiya and Sajan by this time. So, in short, I would say 92 was the year the starting gun was fired and the era of the three Khans had officially begun.
Era of the Three Khans officially began, and that Pehla Nasha song was the love anthem of so many of us falling in love for the first time.
Yeah, it
And
still is, Bharat. It still is.
you hear that beat and it just takes you to a different place. So we'll cover all that today, Nilima. What were your first impressions when you saw JJWS?
I was a diehard Amir fan by then. So in my head, he could do no wrong. But what really impressed me about Jo Jeeta was, him not shying away from playing, the aimless, lazy guy in the beginning of the movie. He's not a hero from the first frame. He just grows to be. I mean, there is an growth arc to him, and that was the most endearing thing about Amir for me. And there was so much honesty. He was rooted, and yeah, a host of other qualities that just made him so likable.
I mean, you already went into the movie an Amir fan, and then this movie delivers on so many different fronts. you
And he
leave
didn't
there,
disappoint. Yes, he
you
didn't
leave there
disappoint.
further in love with him.
Absolutely.
For
Absolutely.
me, I've actually appreciated the movie much more since rewatching it. What I remember about when I first saw the movie is one, the bicycling race and the bike cycle with gears. I remember going to my dad and saying, "Hey, can you buy me a bicycle like these?" And he was like, "I just bought you a bike. Why do you need a bicycle now?" I was like, "Okay, fair point." But just for me, the sports themed, and we covered this when we did Bazigar, right? Is that in Bazigar, it's the motor race. And, for a teenager, you're seeing these sports themed movies where it's an actual track, they're biking. So I think that memory always stayed. Pooja Bedi, for a host of reasons that we'll get into, stayed longer. That was another part of that. The other memory I have of the movie is just how good it felt for someone that grew up in middle class, lower middle class India, was sticking it to the rich folks, if you will.
Yeah. Yeah. The elitist folks and
Yes.
yeah, the rise of the common man. I mean, a theme we all identified with, right?
Yeah. Again, I have far more respect for JJWS now because Shah Rukh's graph was already beginning. Salman was doing hits, Amir was doing hits, but 92 Deewana comes out, and Deewana had an amazing soundtrack as well, right? So I feel like Jojita maybe in those days didn't get the love it deserved, but we are going to rectify that today.
Absolutely. Let's move on to the Pehla Nasha section where we go over some movie trivia. Jojita was released on May 22nd, 92, directed by Mansoor Khan, who's Nazir Hussein's son. His second film after the extraordinary debut of Kayamat Se Kayamat Tak in 88, produced by his dad Nazir Hussain, music by Jatin Lalit, lyrics by Majru Sultan Puri Sahab, set in Dehradun but shot in Ooty and Kodaikanal. The misty hill station is almost, it's another character in the movie. It feels like that. Budget approximately 2 crores, box office over 5 crores. So not a complete washout by any
Yeah, it
standard.
wasn't a flop per se, but
Yeah, but maybe it didn't get the love it deserved.
yeah, I think it was the. Will you get into this later in terms of where it stack ranked in the grossers of the year?
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
And let's just say this, there's maybe one movie about this that we would rewatch. Fair?
Yes, yes.
We're
Totally.
not
Yes.
rewatching the ones that made more money than,
Uh-huh.
or not anytime
Certainly.
soon.
Certainly, certainly. Yeah. This movie won Filmfare for the best movie and for best editor. And before we go any further, one small detail for our listeners. Girija Shettar, who was Geeta Anjali from our last episode, she was originally cast as Anjali in this movie. And I remember being so excited that Geeta Anjali was going to be starring opposite my favorite star, Amir. But for whatever reason, she was let go after a schedule, but she still remains in one of the songs picturized on her, Are Yaro Mere Pyaro. But she was replaced by Aisha Julka, who did a commendable job. But who knows how far Girija would have gone had they stuck to her for the entire movie, and maybe should have become famous all over India instead of just in South India.
What are the odds? Folks, this was not pre planned that we would do two movies back to back, both sort of both shot in Ooty, even though JJWS says the movie is based in Dehradun. And Girija Shettar does two movies, and we go and discuss her back to back, and she's
Mhm.
in like 5 minutes. But this movie was entirely a family affair, right? Nasir Hussain Films, Mansoor Khan, and Amir was in Yadon Ki Barat as a child actor. Amir's nephew Imran is a child actor in one of the songs towards the end. So, but
And also, I think Bharat, his brother Faisal Khan, also acted as one of the schoolboys
yes,
from
you
a
see him
rival
in,
school.
I think in one of the songs. You see him in one of the songs. You definitely, there's a couple of scenes near the cafe where you see Faisal.
Yes, yes.
So it's definitely a family affair. Mansur Khan makes what, four movies?
Yeah.
QSQT,
Yeah.
this one. Then he does the Hum
Akele
Tum,
Hum
and
Akele Tu
then
and Josh, I think it's
Josh
from
with
yeah.
with Aishwarya
Shah
Rai,
Rukh,
Shah
Shah
Rukh
Rukh
and
and
Aishwarya,
yes,
and then he
yeah.
calls it a day and he's organic farming in Ooty. Well done, Mansoor Khan. Thank you for your short but tremendous contributions to Hindi cinema.
We would love to see more of your work, but yeah, whatever makes him happy.
Absolutely.
Milind Soman had been cast as Shekhar Malhotra originally, and I think they realized, he didn't suit the role well, something was wrong, and they had to shelve the movie for a while because it was almost 60% completed, and Mansoor fell into a depression. He felt he had wasted a lot of footage and his dad's money as well. But Amir stepped in as a collaborator, as someone who believed in what the film could be, and full points to Amir Khan for trusting Mansoor Khan because otherwise we wouldn't have such a beautiful movie ahead of us. He pushed Mansoor to start again and complete it. Meanwhile, Deepak Tijori had originally auditioned and had been rejected. He came back. He was pushed by Mahesh Bhatt to try again, and what a performance he gave. I mean, he's certainly one of the most important performances on par with Amir.
For sure. And when we discuss some of the scenes in the movie, Deepak Tijori definitely brought the brash, rich kid persona, but there's a bit of a good heart in him as well. During the fight scenes with Ratan when he falls off and they're a little worried about what's going to happen to him. So I think Deepak Tijori, fantastic job. Yes, and back to last week's movie too. Mani Ratnam was able to pull off with Girija's first movie the performance of a lifetime from her, but it's hard, right? You have Milind Soman, you have Girija Shettar, you have all these folks that are making movies for the first time. The whole thing about Amir Khan. This is quintessential Amir in the sense that he gets in there. People say, "Oh, he's a
Conviction,
medley."
let's say, conviction, perfection,
Yes, yes,
vision.
vision and stick it to itiveness, right? To be able to have the conviction in the early 90s to convince your cousin that no, you got a great vision for a movie. It's a movie around largely cycle racing. Mad props to Amir for pushing hard on that front, no doubt about that. So, Nilima, one of the things that at least Pooja Bedi said is there was a bit of Archie's comics in this. Do you think so?
I don't see the resemblance much. Maybe in Andaz Apna Apna, but certainly not in Jojita. But I mean, she probably knows better than I do.
I think she knows which of the Archie's characters she is, and she wanted the movie to be molded a certain way. So I don't necessarily think that. I agree with you that Andaz Apna Apna was much more Archie's comics than this one. What did you think about JJWS the first time you saw it?
Absolutely, absolutely loved it. The lush locales, just them casually biking away, and the way their character arc goes through the movie. Aisha Julka, just simple, sada, and her supporting Amit throughout the movie. And even Mamik's character, so strong, the older brother,
Yep.
their bond throughout the movie, Amir's realization, everything made an impact on. Not to mention, the fantastic cycle race at the end.
For sure. And for me, as I think about the movie some more, the cuteness of the love story, right? There is something to be said for, we are, of course, from a previous generation. The way Ratan falls in love, they're exchanging love notes in tiffin boxes, and
How Amir sets them up.
Amir sets them up. There's a sweetness to that love story. There's a sweetness to Ayesha's love for Amir, which is clear from the very beginning. And Amir goes through his journey before he realizes how much she loves him and how much he loves her in return. But it's such a cute, it's not just the song. I think there are the themes around that first love, the puppy love, definitely carries the movie through and through. All right, Nilima, let's do our next segment.
Yeah, next segment, Baki Sa First Class. Just go through what other movies released in 92. 92, yeah, like I said, was the era that the Khan era began, but it was also a stacked year at the box office. Jojita came at number 7. Number 1, number 1. I mean, I think we have an affinity towards movies that didn't do well on the first release, but still still stands strong so many years later.
That's why you do the podcast, right? You want to
Absolutely.
rewatch movies that stood the test of time, irrespective of the box office result back in the day. No doubt.
So number one in 92 was Beta. Anil Kapoor, Madhuri Dixit, Inder Kumar directing, Anand Milin providing music, pure mass entertainment.
Yeah, we are not rewatching Beta till we get to maybe movie number 5,000. Let's move on.
Yeah, maybe some people would want to watch Dhak Dhak Karne Laga. Please
Yes.
go ahead.
Yeah. YouTube the song. That's all you need to
Yes.
see from that movie.
Number two was Divana,
Mm.
SRK's debut, Rishi Kapoor, Divya Bharti. Number three was Khuda Gawah, Amitabh, Sridevi, epic, the location in Afghanistan.
We have to do a Kudagawa rewatch, no doubt. Yes.
And then Shola or Shabnam, Govinda and Divya Bharti, comedy, chaos. I don't recall watching it then. I don't know if I'll
Yeah, I
watch
don't
it.
either. Which,
Yeah,
but it does remind us we have to do a Govinda movie soon
at least
because,
one. Yes, yes,
yes,
yes.
he's probably underrated. I mean, we do all these movies, and every year the one or two, the biggest
Yeah, yeah.
box
He
office
was like
movies are Govinda movies.
anything he touched would be gold
Gold.
in the 90s, definitely.
Yes.
One more movie worth mentioning in 92 was Khiladi, Akshay Kumar's breakout movie, Abbas Mastan's first breakout hit. Aisha Julka and Deepak Tijori also co-starred in that movie. The same Aisha Julka and Deepak Tijori who were in Jojita, two completely different films. So this is what 92 looked like. This is the company that Jojita was keeping.
Yes, as we said, Beta, doubt we are. It's a good movie. We are not rewatching that anytime soon. Can't believe Jojita came in seventh. 30 years later, it's still the film Nilma that makes us feel 17 again. And still the film that gets discussed with a specific kind of love that very few Hindi films can generate. I mentioned this briefly earlier. Amir Khan, what a career, what an art, no doubt. Very few actors, I would say. QSQT, Rich Boy, Raj in a Wealthy Family, Romeo and Juliet in the Hills. That was what, 88? And then 92, JJWS, Poor Boy, Sanju from Model School on the wrong side of the tracks in Dehradun. And you said this perfectly, the conviction, the desire for perfection, the no coasting, no repeating himself. I know he gets some flack lately about doing a movie where he's the Forrest Gump of sorts, and he's done PK and Lal Singh Chaddha. Like he's starting to typecast himself, in our humble opinion. But back in the day, just the depth, the conviction, all of that. Big kudos to him.
Yeah. Just to add to your list, Bharat, Rang De Basanti,
Yes.
Dangal, Sarfarosh, Tare Zameen Par, where he acted and directed. I mean, his script choices, his complete trust in the stories and the audience. And, him dedicating his time, finances, and backing projects like Lagan, Tare Zameen Par. I mean, these are qualities you rarely see in Indian cinema. I think we should remember all these. He's not as flamboyant as the other Khans, but he needs to be celebrated more often.
Folks, if you're listening to this, Amir Khan is generational. If you've got a long weekend, you should do an Amir Khan retro and just pick like 5 movies where he's done such phenomenally different characters. So, for all the flack he's getting lately about trying to do the same role over and over again, we can argue that no one's given us the breadth and depth over a long career like Amir has.
When you rewatched Jojita recently, what do you think holds up and what does not?
Pehla Nasha holds up like nobody's business. If you fall in love, if you're falling in love, like that song just transports you back to a different time. This has been my reflection about JJWS. For a movie that came in seventh, for a movie that wasn't a big hit back in the day, it is the OG coming of age movie. It is the OG sports movie. JJWS was a good, what, decade before Chak De and Bag Milka, and now Dhoni, you name it. There's 1983, so many sports movies. It is a barrier breaking, milestone making movie on so many fronts. I have just fallen in love with JJWS all over again.
totally agree. And here's what I kept coming back to: the things that have aged are just peripheral. Thing that still holds is the core, the strong emotional core of the movie.
Yes, and I was looking up Jatin Lalit's filmography. Fun fact: Jatin Lalit have never won the Filmfare Award for Best Music Director. I'm like, how
Wow.
is that possible?
Yeah, yeah.
How is that possible? So, unfortunately for them, the problem is you cannot argue with the picks. So, 1993, you were singing Divana's song again. So, they lose to Nadim Shravan for Divana. The next big hit that you think about with Jatin Lalit is DDLJ, of course.
DDLJ. Yeah.
Yeah, they lose to Rangila. Personally, like, Khamoshi should not be losing to Raja Hindustani. Okay, so 97 they get nominated for Khamoshi. They lose to Raja Hindustani. I'm like, come on guys. Like, then in 99 they get nominated twice for two movies, Kuch Kuch Hota Hai and Pyar To Hona Hi Tha, and they lose to Dil Se. So you
A.R.
know,
Rahman.
these guys
Dude, you
got
should have
sandwiched.
granted them one award.
These guys got sandwiched between. So, and then in between all this, they give one to R.D. Burman posthumously for 1942, A Love Story. Right. So, unfortunately, they got sandwiched between peak Nadeem Shravan, Rangila, and A.R. Rahman going into his peak. So, I don't think, like the movie, some of the elements of the movie don't get the love it deserves. But Jatin Lalit, absolutely phenomenal career, and what an amazing soundtrack.
And then there is Udit Narayan, the relation between Amir and Udit Narayan, one of the greatest singer-actor partnership during our time, certainly. Udit became Amir's voice. The combination was so perfect. I think the defining period of Amir's career was Udit doing his playback. And by 92, Udit was at the peak of his powers. And what he does in Jojita, breathtaking. What do you think?
Breathtaking. Udit Narayan for Amir Khan is a match made in heaven.
Heaven. Absolutely.
Nilma, take us to our next segment.
So let's go through the songs of the movie in the order that they appear. The first one being Yahan Ke Hum Sikandar, Udit Narayan Sadhna Sargam, opening anthem. Rajput College Boys, Riding Down the Mall Road, even the arrogance. I mean, yeah, you really love the way it's been picturized. The album opens here with the swagger of the Rajput Boys. Yeah. The second song is Sheher Ki Pariyon Ke Piche, Udit Narayan and Sadhna Sargam. It's Anjali's take on Sanju's hankering for girls like Devika. The easy. Yeah.
शहर की परियों के पीछे जो है दीवाने हैं।
Third, Pehla Nasha. Yeah, I don't need to say anymore. Udit
No.
Narayan and Udit Narayan Sadhna Sargam, the one that stopped a generation.
पहला नशा पहला खुमार नया प्यार है नया इंतजार
Farah Khan stepped in as a principal choreographer as Saroj Khan was unavailable. And then came the Intercollege Music Festival.
And I
Three
think there are
songs.
three songs that go straight into that, right?
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of the music competition songs from Hum Kisi Se Kam Nahi. I think this is like a Nasir Hussain feature. Humse Hai Sara Jahan, Sadhna Sargam and Jatin Pandey.
दीवाने हम यार के परवाने हम प्यार के हमसे है नगमे जवान
Are Yaro Mere Pyaro, Udit Narayan and Vijeta Pandit, where we see Girija Shattar. Pure celebration.
जवा हो यारो ये तुमको हुआ क्या अजी हमको देखो जरा
Naam Hai Mera Fonseca, Amit Kumar and Alka Yagnik, a peppy number.
नाम है मेरा कौन सका बेबी हमें तुम नहीं जानता
And then the album closes with Root Ke Humse Kabhi, my personal favorite, quiet, aching melody.
रूठ के हमसे कहीं जब चले जाओगे तुम
It still makes my eyes well up. when I listen to some of the lyrics that are in this song. Like very touching.
Yes, but the whole movie is anchored by Pehla Nasha. No doubt about that. One of Chaya's favorite songs of all time is, I think if she can listen to Pehla Nasha and Mate Mantramu back to back for the rest of her life, she'll just go back and
Is
forth
all
between
said.
them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So a fun story about Pehla Nasha. So I used to have a nice stereo in my room, and my college roommate was dating and starting to fall in love, who was going to med school a good 4 hours from our college. And of course, we were listening to Pehla Nasha. I mean, it's the perfect love anthem, right? Like, yeah, he would miss her. It was playing, I don't know, every waking moment in the room. And he would, on some days, wake up at 4 in the morning because he had to catch the train. There was a 5 a.m. train that would get there around 8:30, 9 o'clock. He would spend the day with her and come back around midnight. So he'd wake up at 4 in the morning and he would start getting ready. He's showering, he's shaving, he's ironing his clothes. And the entire hour back and forth, Pehla Nasha is just playing continuously because I guess it's getting him in the mood. And I would be cursing him about, like, first of all, getting woken up, the night before you're drinking, playing cards, whatever, right? So you've already had a long night, but it was such a, that song. Yeah, I mean, you can even wake up to that song. It's so
Yes,
perfect. It's
yes.
so
Not a bad
melodious.
song to wake up to, even at
Exactly.
4:30 in the morning.
At
Yes.
4 in the morning. But all's well that ends well. They're happily married. They live in Atlanta, 3 wonderful kids. So
Awesome.
a little quick. Pehla Nasha brought lovers together.
Together. Yeah. So good to hear that. Let's move on to our next section, Kismat Ka Khel. For this film, Kismet played its hand more times than almost any movie we've covered so far. Starting with Girija Sheldar, who was originally cast as Anjali, and after the first schedule, she was replaced by Aisha Jutka. We don't know the reasons, but maybe only Maniratnam saw in her what no one else could see. Would she have brought the same freshness, the same absence of cinematic baggage to Anjali? My honest answer is a big yes. It would have been a more unguarded, raw Anjali. Girija would have made Anjali more than just a supporting act.
When you see the song Arayaro during the college festival, you see the original Geetanjali, the energy that Girija brings, even though she's in an ensemble dance on the stage, she just has a very peppy, energetic persona,
Presence. Yes,
right?
yes,
And
yes.
I think Ayesha Jilka did a took a very different approach. Maybe that's what the script wanted. Even the love that she feels, the way she writes in her diaries, the character, the way she's developed. I think she did a really good job for this role where her task was not to make her presence felt in an overt way.
Maybe that's what the script needed, or that's what the director demanded.
And I think so. I
Yeah.
think well done with bringing Ayesha Julka. I'm totally on board with that. We heard Akshay Kumar was considered for the movie too, right? The Deepak Tijori's role as the villain. Maybe that would have worked, but then in that case, we're like, okay, like Akshay Kumar ain't losing to Amir Khan in a bicycle race.
Yeah,
Never.
yeah, he's not. He's not.
So I guess it all panned out.
What do you think? I mean, what would have happened if Milind Soman played as, I mean, they retained Milind Soman as Shekhar?
We love our models, but we have to wait till Meher Jesia's husband comes on the scene before we give models their due. For Arjun Rampal to be recognized, it took what, a good 10 years before Rock On came out. But here's the thing I was thinking about. I think Jojita can be 1,000% remade in 2026, 2027. They will bring a energy to that movie. The bike scenes will be much more realistic. They'll probably do it in some kind of real racetrack with real motorcycles. They can absolutely up level the movie in many ways. Yes, the innocent love story of the early 90s, some of those aspects would
They're
may
hard to
not be,
recreate.
they are
Yes.
hard to recreate, but
Yeah.
it's a sports movie, it's a coming of age movie. I think it can be totally redone in 26, 27. If you're going to remake this movie, please handle Pehla Nasha with utmost care, folks, or you will have you will hear from a lot of fans. Be very careful when you go near that song. But what do you think? If we made the movie again today, who might be your picks for some of the actors?
I'm not too familiar with the newcomers, Bharat, but here are my picks from my limited exposure to latest Hindi movies. For Sanju, Vedang Raina, he looks cute and endearing. I can totally see him playing Sanju. For Anjali, Anit Padda, grounded, real, and cute. For Devika, Ananya Pandey,
Oh no! Oh yes! Oh no! Oh
the glamour
yes!
is there. Not sure she would accept such a role, but she would be perfect for that. The world that Devika inhabits is right there with her. For Shekhar, I would love to see Adarsh Gaurav. The intensity, intelligence, the ability to make you feel the weight of being someone who wins and still doesn't feel like a winner. White Tiger all the way.
I'm having to look up some of these people. Oh yeah, I know Adarsh Gaurav. All right, cool.
Adarsh Gaurav is from White Tiger. Yes, yes.
Yes, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Good
And for the
picks.
director, uh, either Kiran Rao or Gauri Shinde, they would keep the movie rooted, stay true to the story instead of going all glam and losing the plot in the process.
I like that you're giving the helm to a female director because somewhere deep down you don't want to lose the heart of the movie, right? Which is the innocence and the coming of age. You have to balance that very well. In some ways, there's a trickle of Lapata ladies in that, right? The innocence of the characters and some of the coming of age of one of the main protagonists. So all of that makes sense. What do you think? What's the name of the girl who is the young bride in Lapata Ladies?
Nitanshi Goel. Yes.
Nitanshi Goel. I think she
Yes.
would be a great pick
She would be a
for
great Anjali. Yes.
great Anjali. But no, let's not debate Pooja Vedi's. What a perfect casting. Ananya Pandey. All right, let's. We are good. Ananya probably has more acting chops now than Pooja had. To Pooja Bedi's credit, when I rewatched the movie, she actually did a pretty good job of acting in the role. So, I mean, she was just cast around much better actors, but
And she was
she held
very
herself.
young, I think. She was very young when the movie released. So, for her age and for her experience, I think she did a decent job in the movie.
Yes, and again, just the courage to pull off a Marilyn Monroe during the Pehla Nasha song.
Absolutely.
So, mad props for being able to pull that off. All right, Nilma, it's time for our last segment where we pick some of our favorite scenes from the movie. This is the CT Mar segment.
My first City Mar moment. This is not exactly a City Mar, but one of my personal favorites. The laid back, aimless nature of Sanju and his friends that we are introduced to in the first song, Ya Ke Hum Sikandar, their camaraderie. And when Sanju runs into them after ditching them for Devika, they immediately understand their assignment and they hype him.
राम राम छोटे सरकार
राम 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 पहचान गए
आपको कौन नहीं पहचानत है आप तो इस गांव के माई बाप है सरकार
और गाय बैल कैसी
बस आपकी दुआ है सरकार
We all should have and deserve friends like those who are so in sync with us.
Yes,
Right?
absolutely.
What a great pick. That scene cracks me up too. And they don't miss a beat. There is no ishara going back and forth. They quickly understand the situation and the stakes. Love it. My first pick, the opening scene, the very first scene, Ratan in that bike race, just the fact that they were shooting a bike race, the he loses that by just a fraction,
His
and the whole
yeah.
movie is immediately set up, right? The injustice, the haves versus have-not.
को अच्छे कर मनोज ठाकुर रतनलाल शर्मा पूरी कोशिश में हैं आगे निकलने के और ये क्या शानदार प्रदर्शन किया है और अंतिम कैप्टन रतनलाल
Yeah, and it ends with the Kulbhushan Karbanda saying, "No, I mean, when Asrani says, he almost won, but then he says, it's winning that matters. Jo
The
jeeta
first
wahi
time he
sikandar.
says, Jo
Yes.
jeeta, wahi Sikandar.
नहीं दुबे जी, मैं तो एक ही बात मानता हूँ, जो जीता वही सिकंदर।
My second favorite scene is the backdrop during Root Ke Humse Kabhi. Sanju realizing how much he loves his brother, their bond, the family dynamics. When young Ratan wins multiple trophies and his dad is adoring him while ignoring, the poor single trophy that Sanju brought. Sanju and Ratan's innocent and beautiful bond. So, natural, relatable. क्या कर लोगे मेरा जो बिगड़ जाओगे तुम ये ना सोचा था कभी इतने याद आओगे तुम आई ऑलवेज टीयर अप whenever I listen to these lines. My second favorite.
I love it. My second favorite, and this one is also very closer to home, where Sanju is having dinner with his brother and dad. And of course, I didn't have a brother growing up, but the scene where the dad is absolutely chastising him for like getting bad scores, bad everything. तू कभी सुधरेगा नहीं.
तुम्हें तो फेल होने का भी दुख नहीं, वही इधर उधर भटकना, वही निकम्मे दोस्त। अरे कोई शर्म वाला होता तो उसकी रातों की नींद हराम हो गई होती, हलक से निवाला निकलना मुश्किल हो गया होता उसके।
संजू संजू
शकूर, जाने दो उसे।
But he's so shameless. He walks over to his girlfriend's house and he shows up and he says,
क्या है?
गिरधारी चाचा वो आज का अखबार चाहिए था।
सोने का भाव देखना है क्या?
and then it's so cute the way she feeds him. Just let's just say I've personally lived that moment many times in my life.
My third pick is the final race, the greatest sporting climax. I just love the background score of that race. The final scene when Sanju races ahead of Shaker, your heart skips a beat. It's pure goosebumps. The screen freezing over Sanju with the trophy, no drama after he wins instead of the usual filmy reactions. It seems Ayesha Julka shot for this scene despite a serious head injury. So full props to her professionalism. So she's wearing a cap there to hide her injury there.
And I think Aisha Julka deserves more credit for the restrained way in which she's done this role. It's hard to do favorite scenes of Jojita without giving Pehla Nasha its own credit. I recently, when I rewatched it, I was like, wow, this whole song is actually in slow motion.
Yeah.
And then I had to look it up that it is one of the few songs in Hindi cinema that have been shot entirely in slow motion. I think it was the third or fourth song by that time. All right, Nilma, some closing thoughts about JJWS?
Yeah, just two things. First thing, Amir Khan. What I love about his performance is this is the opposite of what QSKT gave us. Raj was romantic, self-sacrificing, noble. Sanju is lazy, selfish, irresponsible, but completely lovable anyway. The second is Mansoor Khan. He made QSQT one of the great directorial debuts in Hindi cinema. And then he came back with Jojita, completely different film, a completely different world, and delivered again. That is extraordinary. And Hindi cinema did not make enough of him. Both these movies have aged very well, in my opinion. That's because of their strong emotional core. Mansoor Khan, please direct one more movie.
Please come back. It's been 20 plus years, I think, since Josh came out. For me, Nilma, great points around just Amir and Mansoor, no doubt. Two reasons for me. You picked a couple reasons. I'll pick a couple as well. Number one, there was no coming of age movie that I remember that was around young people going through this journey, the romance, being unformed and trying to figure out who you are. So and you could think of some of the coming of age. You mentioned Rang De Basanti earlier. I mentioned Dil Chahta Hai, Rang De Basanti, Wake Up Sid, Udaan, Lakshya, Ye Jawani Hai Diwani. They all, I think, owe something to Mansoor Khan and the Hills of Dehradun from 92. So, number one, OG coming of age. Number two, sports film. Again, Lagan, Chak De India, Bhag Milka, Dangal, Mary Kom, 83, a whole genre built on around sports. But this was we didn't make too many sports movies. And the other thing, the gumption to make a sports movie around bicycling, again, kudos to those guys. So the OG-ness of coming of age, the OG-ness of being a sports movie, even for me, Joji Tat Sikandar, absolutely rewatchable because I think it still sets the standard for so many movies that have come after that. All right, Nilima. So for next week, the it's like we can't keep up with demand, but people are like, all right, dude, when is the first Amitabh movie gonna come? And you and I have been debating, do we do a classic Amitabh or do we do an Amitabh favorite? So we are gonna stick to our guns. We are going to do an Amitabh film, but a little bit, I would say, हटके, जिसने 25 बरस अपनी माँ को हर रोज थोड़ा थोड़ा मरते देखा हो, उसे मौत से क्या डर लगेगा?
मोहब्बत बड़े
बे
काम
काम की
की
चीज.
चीज है. Until next week. Bye.
Absolutely, Nilma. It was a joy, a lot of fun. Folks, keep the feedback coming. We appreciate all the feedback. If you have any suggestions for movies, you can reach us at after the interval podcast at gmail.com. Until then, Nilma, alvida. Have a great rest of the week.